You'll be shocked to see the bid from Alan Seslowsky.
Each week on this video, we'll give you 4 sneaky ads that you could add to your fantasy football team to win next week. I'm Alan Seslowsky here with Jeff Erickson. Jeff, who's the running back that might be a little bit of a sneaky ad this week?
Okay, I'm going Captain Obvious ad. I'm just throwing you for a loop right now here, Alan. Elijah Mitchell. Everyone's going to be going after him. He ran for 104 yards against the Lions last week after Raheem Mostert got hurt and after Trey Sermon was a scratch. Don't cut Sermon, by the way, if you have him. But Elijah Mitchell, you have to pick him up. Now, we're going to find out more about Mostert's status. As of recording time here, we don't know how long Mostert's going to be out. But presumably he'll be compromised at best this week. So you want to go ahead and make a bid on Mitchell. He's going to be the guy that we're going to go after the most. We'll see what happens in Baltimore on Monday night. That'll be another big thing. But they get Philly, and then they get Green Bay the next 2 weeks. They get Seattle after that. These aren't great matchups, but they're not terrible either. The thing I like about them is at Louisiana, they modeled their run offense similar to what Kyle Shanahan does, the outside zone run. So I think you're looking at a guy that's pretty well fit for this offense. They drafted him for a reason.
Okay, on the count of 3, let's flip over our cards and say how much of our 100% budget we would spend on him. 3, 2, 1. People need help at the wide receiver position. They may have lost Jerry Jeudy. They may have had Odell Beckham as their wide receiver too. Who could they pick up this week?
Tim Patrick is my top wideout guy. Got 4 catches for 39 yards, stole a touchdown like it was going out of style, like it was 2020 all over again. This was even before the Jeudy injury. Had 6 touchdowns last year, 742 yards, no drops. I like that. He's getting some targets. KJ Hamler also got a similar number of targets against the Giants, but Hamler did have a big drop. Patrick is a guy I like. I think he can play. And the other thing about Patrick, too, is get Jacksonville next week, the Jets the following week. We know Jerry Jeudy's going to be out for a while. He's got a high ankle sprain. We know it's a while. We don't know if it's IR worthy yet, but I think Patrick's going to be stepping up to be that number 2 wide receiver job for the Broncos.
On the count of 3, let's flip over our cards to see how much of our 100% budget we would bid. 3, 2, 1. Tight end position. It's always a wasteland. Your tight end may have been out. He may have underperformed. Who's the tight end that we could pick up this week and plug him right into our lineup?
Here's the guy that everybody's going to be going after. It's Juwan Johnson. It's the Captain Obvious tight end because he caught 2 touchdowns. Hey, and let's face it, if a tight end doesn't catch touchdowns, what is he doing? It's all, so I hate it when people say, oh, he's touchdown dependent. All tight ends are, except unless your name is Kelsey or Waller. I mean, let's face it. You're not getting just a plenitude of targets. You're getting red zone targets. That's your job. So he's the guy that got the red zone targets. He made one really spectacular catch on the first of his 2 touchdowns, went high for it. That's the sort of thing that you look forward to see is, can he high point a ball? He can do that. Even though Adam Troutman's there and Troutman's going to get as many targets as Johnson is, I still think you can pick up Johnson. I think he's right. I just don't go crazy for him.
Jameis Winston loves his big targets in the end zone. Let's flip over those bid cards on the count of 3, 2, 1. Some of our QBs failed us this week. Others just need a backup, and certainly in a super flex. If any of these guys are out there, you're going to pick them up. But who in your 1 quarterback leagues, Jeff, can I pick up and just put them right in for this week?
I don't know about putting him in right in for this week, but if you're in a super flex league, Taylor Heineke has to be your pickup. He's going to be the quarterback for the rest of the season probably, or at least a good chunk of it. Ryan Fitzpatrick's hip subluxation is an injury that might keep him out for the season. They haven't committed to that yet, but he's going to miss a lot of time. He's going to go on IR, minimum of 3 weeks, probably a lot more than that. Heineke is the guy that impressed in the playoffs against the Bucs last year. He's worked under offensive coordinator Scott Turner before, so he'll get the job over Kyle Allen. My bid when we do our card turn is going to be based on super flex leagues. Just so you know, it's not going to be in single quarterback leagues. I think you can do better in single quarterback leagues just from what you have on the bench or on the waiver wire. I don't like the matchup this week against the Giants all that much on Thursday night. However, it's gold finding a starting quarterback that you get for a really long time in a super flex league.
So if you're in a super flex league, Jeff, let's turn over our cards to see what percentage of our budget we would bid in 3, 2, 1. I like the head jerk there. For those who watched until the end, let's give them one bonus sleeper sneaky ad that they could pick up and speculate on this week.
Our guy is rookie Anthony Schwartz out of Cleveland. Got 5 targets against the Chiefs on Sunday. Many of those in the first half when Cleveland was rolling and they were moving the ball. Had 3 of 5 for 69 yards. He was a third-round pick out of Auburn this year. Anthony Schwartz can fly, guys. He is really fast. He's one of those speed wideouts. He's not a big guy, 6 feet, 186. He's not going to overpower you. He missed some time in training camp in the preseason with an injury, so he flew under the radar compared to other rookie wideouts that were getting drafted in the same sort of bunch. But, Schwartz is a guy that can play. And just because OBJ was making progress and maybe they're saying giving him one more week, we don't know for sure if he's going to come back next week from the knee. We don't know for sure if he's going to be the same type of guy. So I like him better than Donovan Peoples-Jones. I like Schwartz better than Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's the route I am going. So if you're really desperate for a wideout, you get outbid on Tim Patrick, throw a buck or two at Schwartz.
To see RotoWire free for 10 days, get all our premium articles, weekly rankings, and Jeff's value meter, go to rotowire.com/try.